it is not over yet. I was wrong. If I recall well, this is a Roidme jet. It was a high-end cordless vacuum from Roidme, of course, and it has a beautiful stand. You can put it anywhere, you can put a Roidme jet on it, and it's gonna charge. The sad story about this unit is that it stopped working after a few months of use. There is a button here, it goes like this, which basically controls how the auto-empty function of this dock is working. And a LED diode here which stopped working relatively early, and at some point the dock stopped charging the battery and became useless. So I decided to repair it today, and long story short, I start from the bottom where the motor is. It was hell to disassemble everything. The plastics cracked on many spots. I mean, it is designed to never be disassembled. There is no easy way just to strip plastics. I really hate that. This is a power supply which is running the auto-empty station for this cordless vacuum. It has a AC pass-through for the motor and DC to 24 volts conversion. I tested everything and everything works. So that's basically a good part of this story. There is nothing to repair on the power supply, and to be honest, I was suspecting that there is a problem with power supply, but there is not. After a few hours of disassembling everything, I realized the last part was control board of this button, and this is basically the part which is probably making an issue. The problem was that this socket desoldered and was on this cable. So I resoldered this unit. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna check right now with continuity to see if the solder joints are good. Also, this LED diode have 3 colors, but at some point initially, after one day, its only color became violet. So it was partially defective on arrival, but it kept going for some time, like few months, and in the end it died. So these completely desoldered. This is what I did. It looks relatively solid right now, but we're gonna check. I just want to make sure that joints are good. So the first one is okay. Second one good, no shorts. Third one fine. And we have fourth. Problem with devices like this is that if you want to repair something like this in the professional workshop, it doesn't really have a monetary benefit for you. The majority of problem here is disassembly, and until you do everything, you can find a problem or not in the end, and the cost gonna be more than just buying a new unit or something similar, because all these devices today are relatively cheap. At this point, I'm gonna reinstall the power supply, and basically we can do the test at that point. And yeah, the power supply was just with 2 screws. I don't know why there are 4 spots. I guess they were in the hurry. One plug is for DC and second plug is for the motor AC. This is AC input. It goes like this. Let's fire it up, plug it in. Nothing happens. The LED indicator is not working. Let's check if we have output for the this is not good. There is no DC output at all. I found a second board, which is a DC board controlling battery charging and some other components using a DC power. And you can see here that we have a blown capacitor. I did check them. This one has a continuity, and these are having around 7 milliamps when starting to measure. Of course it is dropping, but it doesn't have continuity. So, and physically inspecting, we see that capacitor is blown out. So I'm gonna order it and try to replace it. It is not over yet. I was wrong. 3 days later, and 3 days, not of continuous work, of course, but you get an idea. You recall probably that I removed this capacitor, and I was thinking that it is wrong, and to be honest, it looks a little bad from this side. There is a dent, but hey, okay, it is not wrong. It is a good capacitor. I ripped off its legs, so I need to resolder some copper wires and make it again whole. The problem was this ceramic capacitor here. Basically, it short, and the whole problem on this board was this ceramic capacitor. I wasn't able to find a problem until I used the thermal camera. Sadly, I didn't have a macro lens. It was a bit of a challenge, but I managed to find the problem. So let's check out this board and see if device is going to work. After doing some research, I could probably pass without this ceramic capacitor just for test, but we're gonna see how device gonna behave. The first thing which I want to test is DC output for charging port, and that is above. Before we proceed, fun fact, this was the last ROID.me. At least as much I did the research, this was a last ROID.me cordless vacuum. The company doesn't exist anymore, so it is quite a sad story because the quality really dropped with this premium unit, and they closed relatively soon after its release. Bad news, the capacitor blown out, and I don't have a replacement at this point. At first the board worked, DC output was stable, but I found that capacitor wasn't really soldered well, and in that process I did try to fix that and made more damage. It is not excluded that now there is another damaged part of the board. Anyway, I'm gonna call this repair as not worth it, especially for a common user. Maybe I made a follow-up. Let me know what you think. See ya. Goodbye, ROID.me.